Good morning, students. Good morning to all. We have started already the first lesson and we have completed the first lesson also. Okay, I did not give any study portions, but now I am telling just study the last question, the hindrance of commerce or the eliminations of hindrance of commerce. Okay, just study and we have moved fast because in our commerce already I told you no. So the totally 10 units are there. Within this 10 unit, we have 36 chapter. Okay. So not all the chapters are very broad. Some of the chapter only is very length. Some of the chapter may be very easy only. Okay. Okay. Now we can go to the next lesson. Okay. Next lesson, next chapter. Okay. First unit and the second chapter. So the second chapter is objectives of business. Okay, objectives of business. In the second chapter, we will study some of the human activities and some of the economic activities and non-economic activities and the types of economic activities and the business differentiation between the business and the professions and the occupations. Okay, we will study as step by step. Okay, okay, in this chapter, so first we will study about the human activities. Okay, because in our chapter name is objectives of business. Okay, so if you are considering the business, so many of the business is concludes by the human activities. Okay, so we will start from the human activities. Normally, when you are seeing the heading, the human activities, what do you understand? Human activities. Okay. Normally, in our life, whatever doing by the human being, everything as a human activities. No? Even simply if you are sitting and laughing, talking and doing some works and going to the works and studying, writing, anything, everything also we can consider as a human activities, right? But according to the commerce, so the human activity is an activity performed by a human being to meet their needs and wants, or maybe for personal activities. Okay, as I told already, normally what we are thinking, what we are understanding the human activities only is same. Okay, but here in commerce, the human activities is defined some extra beneficiaries. Okay, so the human activity is an normal activity performed by a all human being, but what to meet their needs and wants, or maybe for personal activities. Okay, normally human activities. The personal activities mean normally reading the books and the playing and doing something, everything, doing everything also is called as a personal activities. Okay, otherwise they meet their some of the activities to meet their needs and wants. Needs and wants, when the line of needs and wants only, so we will understand what they are doing, what human beings are doing. Okay, normally whatever we need and what do we want for some things. Okay, so all the human activities will be based on our needs and wants. First, if you are seeing the needs, what we need as primarily or basically, basic needs of the human being is fulfill their wants or fulfill their basic necessities, their life. Okay, what are the factors are considered as a basic necessity of life? First one is food, next one is cloth and shelter, right? So we have studied from our lower class itself. Okay, so the food, clothes and shelter is called as a basic necessity of life. Okay, this is our basic needs. Okay, if you don't have the basic needs, we will doing something. Okay, and wants mean, so after having these basic needs, we will get some of the wants, some of the desires. Okay, what we will get desire to doing something, or we will get desire to consuming something commodities. Okay, and we will get some earning money. Okay, these things also will come under the wants. Okay, so the human beings to meet their needs and wants, or maybe for personal activities, is called as a human activities. Okay, normally we will doing some personal activity, and normally otherwise we will doing something for fulfill to needs and wants of our daily activities. That is called human activities. Okay, okay, that human activities. Normally, we will consider the human activities by personal activities. Okay, but even though as elaborately, we will consider the human activities as a two types. What are the two types mean? First one is economic activity and non-economic activity. Okay, so first we will see the economic activity. So the economic activity mean what you understand. So the economic activities is an activities undertaken with the object of earning money is called economic activities. Okay. So normally all the peoples are doing something activities for their personal and fulfill their needs and wants. Okay, so when we are doing something with the objective or the motive of earning money is called economic activity. Okay, for the example, production of goods by manufacturer. Okay, the manufacturer is producing the goods. Okay, for what? For the purpose of earning money. Okay, next the retailer means the seller. Okay, the seller are selling some of the product for what? By earning money. Okay, some of the distributions are purchasing the commodity from the wholesaler and selling to the retailer for what? For the purpose of earning money. Okay, some of the medical advisor, the doctor also rendered by the physician for what? Earning money. Okay, and normally if you want to understand simply, all the peoples are going to the work for the purpose of earning money. Okay, so what are the activities are undertaken by the human beings with the object of earning money is called as a economic activity. Right, students? Good. Next, other one, non-economic activity. Okay, what is the non-economic activity? So without the object of earning money, whatever we are doing in our normal days, everything we can call as a non-economic activity. Okay, so non-economic activities is an activity undertaken by the human beings to satisfy the social and psychological needs, or for the pleasure we can call it as a non-economic activity. For the example, cooking food for family. Okay, our mother will cooking the food for their family and celebrating the festival, and we are going to the playing, and we will planting some of the trees. Okay, and simply if you are sleeping also, it is the non-economic activity only. Okay, so some of the activities will be undertaken by the human beings only for satisfy the social and psychological needs are called non-economic activities. Okay, when we are getting bored, what we will do? Simply we will go to play, and simply we will go to path and talking to some friends and playing with the mobile and the ground. Everything's also non-economic activity. Okay, so whatever activities are doing by the human being without the object of earning money is called as non-economic activity. Okay, students. Okay, I think you will understand. Okay, students. Next, we will study the differentiations. Okay, are some of the approaches of economic activity and the non-economic activity. Some of the differentiations and the relationship with the economic activities and non-economic activity. Okay. First, already we have studied the definitions. Okay. Under the definitions, if you want to define the economic activities, economic activities are those activities which are undertaken to earn money or financial gain for their livelihood. Okay, so already I said to you, so the people doing some of the activities with the object of earning money is called economic activities. Okay, here the one of the example is given. The fruit seller selling fruits. Okay, the fruit seller will not sell the fruits for their pleasure and their being happy. Okay, he want to earning money for the purpose of only he is going to selling the fruits. Okay, and other than the non-economic activity. So the non-economic activities are those activities which are undertaken for the sake of pleasure, performed out of the love, sympathy and sentiments, etc. Okay, for example, mother cooks for her family. Okay, mother cooks for her family only for the love. Okay, and the sake of pleasure mean, suppose when you are going to the cricket, it will considered as a non-economic activity. Okay, but nowadays you have to think another one thing, the playing cricket and some of the playing will considered as a economic activities also, because in our early days our people went to play only for the pleasure, but nowadays some of the team, the IPL, some of the players are coming to the play cricket only for the purpose of earning money. Okay, now the IPL cricket match and the World Cup and even in the Olympic, all the players also come to play with the object of earning money also. Okay, so nowadays, so we can consider the playing cricket as a economic activity and the non-economic activity also. So next, the motive. Okay, what economic activities have the motive? What motive is followed by the economic activities mean? The sole motive is to earn money or financial gain. Okay, one of the sole motive in economic activities is to earn money or some of the financial gains. Okay, working as a lawyer. So the lawyer as a persons are studying BL and becoming as a lawyer. Okay, not only for the purpose of giving the services. Okay, if you want to become a lawyer, he may have some of the motive of earning more money or more financial gain. Okay, but in non-economic activities, okay, in non-economic activities, the activities undertaken for satisfactions of social and psychological or emotional needs. For example, visit to a temple. We are going to visit a temple and visit the tour and visit the orphanage homes. Okay. So when we are going to this place, we will get some of the satisfaction. Okay, and we will fulfill our emotional needs. Okay, so that is called non-economic activities. And money measurement, how the economic activity will be measured, by who we will measuring the economic activity. Okay, so all the economic activities can be valued in monetary terms. Okay, so the doctor charges 500 rupees in their consultation, in their patient as a consultation fees. Okay, so normally if the patients are going to the work, he will get the remuneration in the form of salary or the wages. Okay, so the value of the economic activity will be measured in the form of money. Okay, but here in this non-economic activity cannot be valued in monetary terms. Okay, these are an expression of the thought, feeling, or a gestures, or the places. Okay, for example, an NGO distributes free clothes to the poor children. Okay, normally so many of the peoples are providing many helps to the poor peoples. And if you are going to planting some of the tree only for the love of our universe, and if you give some of the old test to the poor people, and if you donate some of the money to the orphanage home, everything will satisfy your psychological needs. Okay, when we are helping to the others, you will get some of the satisfaction, psychological satisfactions. Okay, so we will not measuring the non-economic activity in the form of money. Okay, so we will measuring the non-economic activity only by the way of feelings and thought. You will feel some satisfaction. Okay, and relationship. Okay, relationship. What economic activity have relationship with what? The economic activity has the relationship with what mean economic activities are related to creation of wealth. Economic activities are related to creation of wealth in the sense, suppose one person are saved their part of his salary to purchase a house of his own or car of his own. Okay, suppose if any persons are going to the work, he will get the remuneration, or he will earning some of the amount in the form of salary or remunerations. Okay, so when they are going to the work, he will save some amount of the money for the purchasing of car his own. Okay, so the relationship of economic activities is related to the creation of wealth, but in non-economic activities do not create any wealth. Okay, the non-economic activities do not create any wealth. For example, some money received as donation is spent on charity work. Okay, so many of the orphanage home or some of the trustees also deriving the so many donations or so many amount in the form of money, but in this money will not going to the save for the trustees. Okay, so all the received amount will be distributed to the charity only or the poor people only. Okay, so the non-economic activity do not create any wealth. Whatever we are doing, we will get some of the psychological satisfaction. And outcome. What the outcome of the economic activity, or what are the result of the economic activity? So all economic activities result in production, procurement, distribution and consumption of goods and services. Okay, suppose economic activity outcome means the result, output. Okay, so whatever we are doing for the purpose of earning money, so we have to expose in the form of production or procurement and the distributions and sales of goods. Okay, now one of the company is selling some of the product to the consumer, the purpose of earning money. Okay, otherwise some of the producers are producing any of the commodities for the purpose of earning more profit. Okay, even the distributions also will be undertaken by the channel of distributor only for the motive of money. Okay, but here in this non-economic activity, the end result of non-economic activity is a mental, emotional or psychological satisfaction of the person doing the activity. Okay, so here they, for example, Sona enjoys teaching urbans in an urbanization. Okay, so many of the peoples are going to some of the work in their free time for urbans, or those people don't have anything. Okay, and some of the peoples are going to planting tree in our free days, free times. Okay, so no one will give the money to the peasants. Okay, and now also some of the peasants are making the food and giving to some of the orphanage, those who are all lying in our roads. Okay, but no one will get the remunerations, but only they will get some of the psychological or emotional satisfactions. Okay, next, durations. The duration of economic activities are repetitive. Okay, the economic activities will doing by the human being as a repetitive. Okay, they are done on a regular basis to earn a living. Okay, because if anybody want to go to the work, they will get earning money. Okay, when they want to earning money, they have to doing their assigned work and as the daily basis. Okay, if we are going to the work, we must going to the work as daily without taking any leave. Okay, suppose here the kulfi ice cream seller sells ice cream everything. Okay, so like that some of the shopkeeper also open their shops for every day in the morning to night. Okay, only for the purpose of earning motive. But here in these non-economic activities may not be undertaken regularly. Usually they are done during the free time. Okay, because we will never doing the non-economic activities on the regular basis. Okay, because all the persons must have some of the economic activity and non-economic activity. Okay, only if you got some of the satisfaction by doing the economic activity only, you will go to or you will doing some of the non-economic activity. Okay, so if you think your income is enough, only you will go to provide as a urbans or you will go to doing some of the non-economic activity. Okay, when will you go to the play? If you are free only, you will go to the play. Okay, so the non-economic activities will never happen as a regular basis. Okay, students, next, the source of initiation. The source of initiation means the beginning stage. Okay, the source of initiation in economic activities are satisfy human needs and wants. Okay, from where the economic activities was arranged mean already we have studied, the human wants only is the basic of all the economic activity. So like that, the source of initiations for the economic activities are coming from satisfy the human needs and wants. Okay, if the on the basis of the wants of human only, all economic activities was arranged. Okay, now the producer is producing union of the commodity mean, so some of the wants, some of the need was arranged in union of the place. Okay, on the basis of arranging the wants of the humans only, the producer got the idea to producing union of the commodities. Okay, now so many all the youngster peoples are want to having the iPhone and so many of the latest versions of the Android mobile. Okay, so on the basis of their wants only, so all the mobile phone company will going to creating the new versions of mobile company. Okay, but here non-economic activities. In this non-economic activities are initiated to satisfy emotional or sentimental pleasure. Okay, emotional or sentimental pleasure mean when you are affected in your previous days by without having the education, without having the food, and if you affected by emotionally or mentally only, you will get any idea to help to the others. Okay, or when you are going to some place, you will see somebody or some children, those who are going to the baking, you will get some of the tears and you will feel, so we have to help that peoples. Okay, so by the way of on the basis of seeing or experiencing the experiencing the experience only, you will get some of the non-economic activity or you will do some of the non-economic activities. Okay, so the non-economic activities are initiated to satisfy the emotional or sentimental pleasures. Okay, students, so we can understand by having the features of definition, motive, and money measurement, and relationship, and outcome, and duration, and the source of initiation. We will classify and we will understand the differentiation of economic activity and non-economic activity. Okay, next we will study the types of economic activity. We have studied the economic activity what the economic activity is the activity by the human being with the object of earning money is called economic activity. Okay, but even the economic activity is taken by the human being in the different forms. Okay, in the different forms the economic activity will be undertaken by the human being. So normally the peoples are engage themselves in such activities on a regular basis. Okay, and when they are doing some of the activities in their regular basis, we will set them or we will set these activities as a occupations. Okay, we will set them activities as a occupations. Okay, so the occupations only will be classified as a three different forms. Okay, first one is employment. Employment mean what? So normally all the peoples are going to the work for their daily basis or the monthly basis or the weekly basis. Okay, when we are going to the work, if you are getting our remunerations and the salary in daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis, only we will consider them as the employer. Okay, so that activities may be called as employment. Okay, this type of occupation is referred to in which people work for others and get remuneration in the form of wages or salaries is called employment. Okay, so normally so many of the people are going to the work not for themselves, only for others. Okay, now so many of the coolies are going to the work not for others, because for the purpose of earning the money or earning the salary they will going to the work, but all the benefits is going to other peoples. Okay, for their maybe owner or for their adjusted or negotiated people. Okay, so here who two peoples are there. First one is employer and employee. Employer and employee. Okay, so the one who is employed by others are called employees. Okay, for example, understand the owner and the worker. So here the owner is called as employer, the worker is called as employee. Okay, in the commercial form, in the commerce form. Okay, suppose if I give the work to you, you will called as a employee, I am called as a employer. Okay, I only will arrange you to employ some work or doing some of the work. Okay, so you are going to work for fulfilling the purpose for me. Okay, instead of that I have to give some amount of you in as a wages or the remunerations or the salary. Okay, for example, for the employment is clerks are all the official workers and laborers worker, and those who persons are going to daily basis, they are called as a employees. Okay, that person that type of the activities only is called as a occupation in employment occupations. Okay, so next the characteristics. Okay, there is a contact existing between the employer and the employee. Okay, when we are going to the work, so we have to prepare or we have to draw some of the agreement between the employer and employee. Okay, so the employer only having the full right to make the agreement. Okay, suppose when we are going to any of the daily basis work, when we are completing some part of the work only, we can able to get the remunerations. Okay, but the assigned work is given by the employee. Okay, the employer will never done the agreement. Okay, suppose we are going to the masons. for local example, when we are going to the masons, so we must doing some amount of the area. Okay, otherwise when we are going to the coolie, not when some of the coolie persons are going to the coolie, so they have to assigning some of the amount of work. That time only they will get some remunerations. Okay, okay students, so today I think is enough because we have to study. Okay, just whatever you have studied, you have any doubt, just please ask me without any hesitations. Okay, thank you.